Well, let's go ahead and open up our ag commodity trade on a Monday. I'm Marlon Boulding with you, and again, a very special happy anniversary to our rural radio listeners out there. This is day one of year 6. We've completed 5 years on the rural radio side, so happy anniversary to all of our North American listeners. Glad to have you on board with us. All right, let's open up our corn market for this Monday and take a closer look. Here we go, live quotes direct from Chicago, and we are showing the September contract 2 1/4 cents higher now at 343.5. Remember, we had a little weakness overnight in that Globex market. And also, you will note that the September has climbed to the top of the heap here. We do not have July futures anymore, at least until you get into 2019, way out there. December corn now trading 2 higher at 356 3/4. So it's now about 4.5 cents off of its earlier overnight low. What about soybean trade this morning? Let's take a closer look. Right now, you have soybeans actually starting to surge ahead here all of a sudden. And right now, you have your August contract 9 higher at 827 3/4. Wow, that is almost 18 cents. Well, it's 17 cents off of our overnight low. November soybeans now 9.5 higher at 843 3/4. They had been significantly lower last night, so a turnaround there. In the wheat trade, we have Chicago wheat on the September contract now 4 1/4 lower at 492 3/4. In Kansas City, let's check out that nearby September contract. It's down 3 1/4 at 488.5 this morning. Minneapolis wheat, we have the September contract there now trading at 528. Well, that is down 3 3/4 cents. And the cotton market, we currently have that December contract now 39 points higher at 88.23 cents per pound. Dewey Strickler joins us. He's with AgWatch Market Advisors out of Franklin, Kentucky. And Dewey, are you surprised by the firmness all of a sudden in the grain markets? They were lower overnight.
Well, I don't guess I'm really too surprised here. You know, this market has taken a pretty good beating here over the last several weeks because we are at what you call an impasse regarding the import tariffs and so forth. But guess what? President Trump is in Helsinki with the summit with Putin, so there's not going to be anything good or bad come out of those trade talks now. So I guess, we're taking a breather here for a while.
What else are we looking at today? I know a lot of folks that I've been talking with here for the past, let's call it month and a half or so, say they are interested in things other than just talking trade every day. I mean, I know that's an overarching factor here, but what else could be pulling on the markets?
Well, the ratings are expected to be down maybe about 1 to 2 points here, and but that is kind of typical when we get into this time of the year here. We're still looking at, I think, a lot of optimism about seeing possibly some record yields posted here again, but I'm a little bit unsure about that simply because of the heat that we had overnight and also during the daytime for the past few weeks. And you got to remember, this corn crop was ahead in pollination when we had all that heat.
Yeah, that's a good point, and you brought that up last week as well. I appreciate that. A look at our dollar value this morning. We can take a look at the dollar index. This could be significant this week as well. And right now, it's a little weaker. We have the September futures on the dollar index currently quoted at 94.280, and so that is now down 210 points. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 13 points. Dewey, we'll come back in a moment and get your thoughts on our livestock trade. We'll take a look at opening prices when we come back. Let's go back to our conversation that we have going on with Dewey Strickler. He's with AgWatch Market Advisors in Franklin, Kentucky. And Dewey, let's go ahead and open up our livestock trade for everyone. Let's take our first look at the board in Chicago on our live cattle trade. We'll see which way this market wants to go today. We have the August contract on the live cattle firmer by 67 cents. We're now at 105.22 per hundredweight. The October contract 27 higher at 107.65, and you have December 35 higher at 111.75, kind of in the middle of our opening range of trade here so far today. Let's take a look at our feeder cattle market. And right now on the feeders, we currently have that August contract 13 higher at 150.85. Kind of a timid start here. We have September 7 higher at 151.15, and the October just up a nickel at 151.40 on the day. So not a lot of enthusiasm to the upside. Didn't know if you were looking for a stronger open than that or not.
Well, I can't say that I am here. You know, cash traded about $2 lower last week. The cutout was down on the cattle. You got a big supply. Technically, this market looks pretty sloppy, so it's kind of a little hard to get enthused about the cattle market right now.
Boy, you're right about that cutout. The choice cuts Friday afternoon were well over $2 lower on the day. They really narrowed up that spread once again between the choice and select cuts over there. Let's take a look at how we're opening up our lean hog trade and take our first look at the board. Right now you have your July, which admittedly is the final trading day today. It's up 3 cents. Everything else is mixed. We have August now up a dime at 70.25, only one tick from its high now of the opening range. We have October down 8 at 55.22, December up 25 at 50.65. So it's just all over the board here, Dewey.
Yeah, you know, I could see the hogs going down, making a new contract low, get below this 68.52 level basis. The August maybe move down into the area of about those 66.80, somewhere in there. We've got pretty big supply. Exports are questionable right now. Cutout was down last week. So, you know, the trend is down in the hogs. Looks like it's going to be that way here for just a bit longer.
All right, it's been quite a slide on the charts on the August lean hog, that's for sure. Dewey, thanks for spending some time with us today. Dewey Strickler of AgWatch Market Advisors. He is located in Franklin, Kentucky.